Going to be a phone call day. I'm going to tell you that from the start. It's going to be a phone call day. Wednesdays with the callers. Me and Big Ev. So Marty is in transit. Smitty, Smitty's a 3 or 4 day a week guy. That's understood. Rico's still out, but he does have an excused absence. Listen, I love to pile on as much as the next guy, but the reason he's not here is a real reason. So, and then.
Ooh, I think the tour apparently is.
Oh man, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. The Mincy tour is complete. Now, I would assume he's going to have to take a couple of weeks off.
He needs a vacation after it.
He needs a vacation after it. He needs to, because, my God, touring across the South and tweeting 1.5 times a day has to be taxing. So he is, Mincy's not here. So I assume he'll be back soon. You know what?
I'm sure we'll see him next week, I'd imagine. It's Wednesday.
I haven't talked to him. Let's just call him. Let's call him and ask him when he's coming back.
I'm going to guess Monday. That's what I'm going to say. That's my guess.
I think that's optimistic as hell, but okay.
All right, fair enough. I guess we'll see.
There we go. Well, it is 11 a.m. He might not be up.
Hello?
Hey, Mincy.
Are we on the air?
Just relax, man. Yes.
Okay. How we doing, boys?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing lovely, man. Just, sun shining. Nice day here.
That sounds nice. Listen, we're just checking. The Mincy tour is over?
Yes, the Mincy tour ended Fat Tuesday, so we're making arrangements. Well, actually, you know what? This is a spot. I was going to announce this later, but if we're on the air, we might as well do it. I mean, actually, the Mincy tour is not over.
What?
Ding, ding, ding.
We're going to extend the tour a few more days to go to the Shriners in Houston, to go see Tennessee and Texas and LSU and grow the game. I've decided this morning.
Okay. Well, listen. So you are the tour. There's applause in the arena here. So the tour is extending, and you're going to go to a college baseball tournament in Houston this weekend.
Yes, LSU, Tennessee, Texas. I was going to do a video on it, but if you're putting me on the spot on the air, we'll do it.
But you can still do the video. It's Pick Central. Nobody's watching.
No, yeah, I'm going to go to Houston and grow the game this weekend and come back Monday right for that.
All right, Big Ev is the winner. Thank you very much. I hope
Big Ev's the winner, and also Megan and I are going to Lafayette Thursday. These Lafayette people are killing me that I hadn't made it over there yet on the Louisiana run. So Megan and I already hit that, and I'm going to go by the LeBears in Lake Charles, see them, and then we're going to go to the Shriners in Houston, and then we'll be back. So see y'all boys next week. And Ev, whatever you won, congrats.
All right.
He wins everything anyway.
Correct. All right. Thank you, Mincy. Good luck. First of all, I'd like to point out Megan lives in Lafayette, so the fact that he says me and Megan are going to Lafayette is hilarious.
I'm not going to lie. When he said the tour was extended, I was worried about my Monday ticket, but apparently it's going to cash.
He's just a smarter man than me. How do I get that life? I want that life. I don't want this life. I want his life.
He's just doing the damn thing. I'm sure he'll come back next week. Little DP show appearance.
And I know just said, Zah, what's happening to the calls? They're like, we had 3 or 4.
KFC broke them.
Did he really?
Yes.
They're broken, not KFC, but that's why Pete was in your pre-show and all.
Well, are we going to be able to get him back?
Hoping so. I think it's a server. It's more of the client. Yeah, I know. We're working on it.
So KFC broke my goddamn calls.
No, it wasn't KFC.
You just said it was.
No, TJ said that.
Well, they worked last night, and then there was a different show this morning.
And they don't work today.
Yeah,
so the narrative we'll roll with is
Kevin Clancy broke the phone.
Server.
So you look at the calls, like these are like fake calls.
So it'll come in. So if you call in, you come in like 3-4 times. So you see it's the same number.
Yeah.
Then when I try pick it up, I get nothing.
What about that one that's in?
He's in. So if you get in, you're lucky. If getting in is what's
just if you're trying to call in, just keep
calling. Just keep calling. You'll get it.
Is it only one line you think that's actually working? Like 2 is the only one that's actually working?
No. So all of them. So it's been doing this. All of them work, but then I don't know what the fuck it's doing. It's like it comes in 50 times. If you call like 3-4 times in a row, you'll get on.
All right. Well, hey, Zah. Fix the goddamn phones.
Yeah, no, I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest.
All right.
I'm trying my hardest now. Host the goddamn show. Bro.
I'll host the goddamn show.
Right,
you fix the goddamn phones.
That's right.
Fix the fucking phones.
That's right, Zah. Tell him.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
No, he's right. Like 215 is coming in 3 times. Whatever. Okay. Kevin Clancy broke the fucking phones. Okay, fantastic. Well, that might be the show. Good. Thanks for watching. This man, how does he get?
Guys, he figured it out.
He
came in here long after. We're not OG guys, but he came up after us and he figured it out instantly.
Just don't do anything, and they'll let me not do anything.
Well, Mincy. See what I was saying too. He's gonna go on the Dave Portnoy show next week, and it's gonna be a joyous occasion.
Yeah, it's gonna be a celebration.
It's gonna be grinning ear to ear.
Yeah.
But the game was grown. Content was made.
I also kind of like the whatever. I should relax. I also kind of like the fact that he said, I was going to make a video, but I'll just do it right now. Oh, please don't let me put the pressure of making a video on your show. Well, anyway, hello. Cuts Clothing. There's already a lot on our minds. The last thing we want to be spending too much energy on is what to wear. Cuts Clothing has perfected the art and science of men's shirts, so you can throw one on and look great without ever thinking twice about it. Every Cuts shirt is designed for a modern tailored fit. They're insanely comfortable. Plus, Cuts has all the essentials for looking sharp like tees, hoodies, polos, and more, so you can stop bouncing between brands to shop for different shirts. Cuts has totally revolutionized the traditional outdated t-shirt category. They make it easy to mix and match styles and colors so he can find the perfect style. Long sleeve Henley, no problem. Short sleeve crew neck, they've got it. Join hundreds of thousands of guys who have made the simple decision to elevate their wardrobe with Cuts. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/picks. That's cutsclothing.com/picks for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. Where's Cumrags going? He's got an Oculus in his hand. There's Riley, Yak legend. And he doesn't work here. 888-STOOL-22 if you want to call in. I do have Dan got in from Ohio, Dio from California, and Marcelo in NOLA got in. So we'll talk to them in just a second. Purdue, Wisconsin, man.
What a fucking game.
That was a hell of a game. And again, I don't want to pile on. So, Rico, this is not a shot at you. You've got a real-life situation right now. But what a week for chasing college basketball content at Barstool Sports. The Storm Chasers are 2 for 2 for their last 2, and now you got Dan getting the Kings, Big Cat getting the Kings welcome there at Wisconsin. Perfect.
And both like real underdogs, especially TCU. 6-point dogs, and they were.
Well, I mean, Wisconsin wasn't an underdog, but
they were 3-point dogs. I said they both were real underdogs.
Yeah, I guess they were. Look at Dan. Dan living his fucking life, and he said,
"No, I can tell in his
said this
face,
morning he's gassed."
That's the point where you're in the pit and you're exhausted.
Yeah.
But you're there. You're in it. You have nowhere to go.
He's basically being held up. Yeah, he needs.
You got to just drain the battery.
Is that him wanting a sub, or what?
You can see that face. I know that face. That's the like. I am having fun, but I'm.
Tank is empty.
If I could get out of here for a second, I would.
Yeah. So the actual game itself, Wisconsin-Purdue, I thought it was a terrific game, and I came out of the game liking both teams more for March than I did going in, especially Wisconsin. If that freshman point guard is going to hit shots, if that freshman point guard is going to be a good player, look the fuck out.
I think I did say this yesterday. I believe it just as much, if not more now. I think that they have the best chance of any of the Big Ten teams to make a deep run.
I don't know.
Because I think everyone's been on Purdue all year as the best team, and I don't blame anyone for saying that. I was saying that for a big part of the season because they have the most weapons. They're the flashes. They can score a ton. But I think when you just break down the all around basketball team, I think I trust Wisconsin a little more. Purdue, just they're so matched. If their defense is so bad. They can just catch the wrong team. Literally last year, North Texas, they caught the wrong matchup, you lose. I think they're more susceptible to that.
Well,
than Wisconsin is.
Here's why I like Purdue, and it's why they could have and should have won the game last night. Jaden Ivey was about to win that fucking basketball game. If that bank shot hadn't gone in at the very end, a lucky shot, and a bank shot is a lucky shot. It just is. He was about to win that fucking game.
I will say this about Jaden Ivey. That motherfucker is clutch.
He is clutch.
Every time he hit that big shot there, every time they need a big shot, I feel a 3, he always hits it against Ohio State. Yeah. We came back, we were down 10, tie the game. He hits a crazy fadeaway 3 at the buzzer. He's done it a couple other times this year where he's hit big game-tying threes. The guy, when you need a bucket, he gets you one. It's crazy.
He was about to bail out Painter, who made a dumb decision. They were down They were down 3, and they threw it into Edie to get a quick bucket. Jaden Ivey's just got the last 4 buckets or something, and it ended up working out because Davidson missed the free throw and gave Ivey a chance to tie it, and then none of it mattered because the freshman Hepburn hit the 3. But yeah, 2 bank shots inside of a minute just has to be a dagger in the fucking heart.
Also Hepburn too. Like I was sitting there as as a guy who bet on Wisconsin, where I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna lose this game in OT. When he just dribbled up and just started going ISO, I was like, why are you shooting? Like, why are you the one shooting? And then I was like, well, I was like, yes, you're the one shooting.
Right,
fuck.
yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
It was and you know, that bank shot's a natural bank shot. That Davis bank shot that he made, that was just it's an awful shot that gets bailed out by the fact
I don't
there's
know
a
if I
square
would
back
call
there.
Hepburn.
That's an awful shot.
No. I don't know if I would call Hepburn's. He wasn't trying to bank that shot.
No, he wasn't. But that's I see what you're saying. I guess calls did get in. It looks like Za, did you fix the goddamn phone lines?
Yeah, I did.
Thank you, Za.
Shout out to me. Thank you.
You're the fucking best.
Thank you. No, I'm kidding. No, it's just patience. Just gotta be patient.
Also, that he got to be on the podium is so fucking cool. Like that's fucking awesome. When I saw that, I was like, that's like a childhood dream type shit.
I wonder if he just. I wonder what went through his mind there. Is he thinking, should I not cuss? Should I cuss? Should I just do it? And he just went with it.
Because I don't know if that one I don't think was on TV. I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
That wasn't on TV.
I don't think it was on TV. I think that was just the fans celebrating the title in the arena.
Now, college basketball. I have just a little. Okay, so if you got a point for every time the conference moves up around in the NCAA tournament, okay? And I give you the top 5 of the Big Ten or the top 5 of the SEC. Who are you taking?
SEC.
I think I might take Big Ten.
Really?
Who's my 5 in the SEC? Is it LSU?
I'm saying. So yeah, we're saying Auburn. We're saying Kentucky,
Tennessee, and Arkansas.
Tennessee, Arkansas. Yeah, probably LSU. Honestly, I like LSU tonight as dogs at Arkansas.
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Arkansas is very good. I really like Arkansas. I think this is just a spot where they're starting to get like some serious love. And I think LSU's gotten healthy, and I think has been quietly playing a little bit better. And I think catching like 5.5, I think is a good number for them. I think it's just a little too long.
All right. I just, I look at who's the top 5 in the Big Ten. So it's obviously Wisconsin. It's obviously Illinois.
Purdue.
Boy, I tell you what, Ohio State took a fucking step back last night.
That was embarrassing. That like losing to Maryland, like getting blown out by Maryland, and then losing to Nebraska at home. Ohio State, this team,
Nebraska, and for those watching, they're awful.
They're awful. The fact that like their problem, they can score, they just play zero defense, but that's no excuse. I mean, they've been a little better second half of the season. Zero excuse. They're awful. To lose to them is embarrassing. It was a legitimate quad 4 loss. I guess someone made a joke with me. They jumped into quad 3 by beating us or whatever. They're an atrocious team. They were 2-16 in the Big Ten coming into that game. It's an embarrassment.
What program has never been good in your life? I'm trying to think. I don't think Nebraska basketball has ever been good for a prolonged period ever in my life.
I can't recall. And Fred Hoiberg's their coach.
And Nebraska ball might be one of the best nicknames in the country for a team.
And then, Penn State's never been good very long in my life. They'll get good like a year and then they'll fade.
I mean, Rutgers wasn't good in either of your lifetimes until last year, or 2 years ago.
TJ.
Yep.
Did anybody ask you? Keep chopping, TJ.
Just chop.
Keep chopping.
Big one tonight.
Who you got?
Indiana.
Oh, that's right.
Bubble teams.
It's at Indiana, right?
They're both like bubble teams.
Both last 4 in or first 4 out.
I saw a stat that 65 points. Rutgers is 8-0 when scoring 65. Indiana's 8-0 when holding their opponents under 65.
Speed limit game.
Something to give.
So something's got to give here. I look at the Big Ten. I look at the SEC. I do think those are the 2 best conferences. I still don't rule out the Pac-12. And by the way, speaking of Pac-12, Arizona, man, they are relentless. And they had the 1 loss the other day. That's fine. And then they come out and they go on the road and just and USC is not a bad basketball team.
No, not at all. They're talented.
And Arizona just blitzes them.
They were my best bet. I was gritting ear to ear the entire game.
Arizona just.
They got some shooters.
They attack differently.
They got when they get hot, like they just shot the lights out.
But even
They were even just running offense too. Like they just like.
But even when they're not shooting and doing that, they're gonna run. They're gonna run a little bit. They're gonna stretch you out that way, and then they're gonna hit secondary shooters. Like everything they do looks good.
No, yesterday that might have been like the best game they played all season. They just were smooth. They just had everything working. Like they couldn't drop something that didn't work.
All right, Major League Baseball has officially canceled opening day in the first 2 series. So I think you've seen it on Twitter a little bit, but Frank the Tank is rallying the troops in inside HQ3 here, and he's got his signs. I see Doug's following him with a sign. So he is headed towards the MLB headquarters.
I don't think it's too far from here, actually.
It's on 6th Avenue. That can't be too far.
We're on 7th Avenue, so I mean.
Yeah, let's see how far it is. I'm not going to tell you when he's going to be there because I don't know if he wants it to be a big thing.
He tweeted it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he said 1.
Well, he's leaving at 1. Okay, yeah. MLB headquarters.
I think he tweeted the address even.
Did he really?
I'll check. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he tweeted the address because I think the tweet got some juice.
I love when tweets get juice.
I think he got a bunch. Like he definitely got a lot of interaction.
Is it where the MLB store is?
Let's see, where is it? I know he tweeted it yesterday.
That's on.
I know he tweeted it yesterday.
MLB store still on 6th Ave.
Yeah, so it's 21 minutes by car.
Corner 51st and 6th.
That's not too close, but it's not too far. 51st and 6th.
He said the protest is on tomorrow at MLB HQ on 6th Ave. It has 10.8K likes.
Okay, so he's headed there at 1 o'clock.
655 retweets.
If you're out there in the world and you want to go cheer Frank on, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling you to not do it.
Join the cause.
I'm just telling you what he's doing. He's headed out there at 1 o'clock. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to just do calls. Looks like the calls have, in fact, gotten fixed. So we got Mark in Philly. We got Dan in Ohio. We got Dio, Derek in Connecticut, Garrett in Houston, Tony in Wisconsin, Marcelo in New Orleans, Gus in Virginia, and Caden in Texas. We will get to everybody we can, starting with the guy who was first in, holding for 15 minutes. I thank you, Dan in Ohio. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me? The phone's working?
We are. We can hear you.
All right, cool. I want to talk a little bit NFL draft today with the Combine kicking off. I saw most sports books have odds on a first QB to be taken. I know the QB class is pretty down this year, but I see Pickett as the first QB taken on almost every mock draft. He's plus 120 right now. That seems to be a decent bet. And then plus 150 right behind him is Willis. So I think either of the two. I guess you're getting a little bit more value for Willis, but kind of like those bets. And then real quick for Big Ev, do you think it was worth it for Olave to come back to OSU this past season? I feel like he didn't gain too much draft position, but just kind of wondering your thoughts there.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like weird because the wide receiver draft classes recently have been so deep that it's like there's part of me that kind of feels like I feel like he could randomly go like 10 or 11, or he could go like late first round. Like there's just so many receivers. I think it's kind of like to each his own. So I mean, I don't know.
No, it wasn't worth it. He didn't end up winning a national title. He didn't win an individual award. He didn't improve his draft stock.
But I think
by any measurable,
might have though, because I think like they were like last year there was a chance that he might have went like early.
He might not even be the number 1 Ohio State guy taken this year. He probably won't be.
No, probably not. But I mean, but it'll still. I think this year he's like a guaranteed first round. I mean, I don't think his stock went up a ton. I think there's a chance that last year he might have slipped to like early second round, but. If I'm a wide receiver needy team and I'm between like 22 and 32, I'm licking my fucking chops. That's what I'm saying. He's
so smooth, he's polished, he's just good.
I think he's going to run a fast 42.
Thank you, Dan. In Ohio.
I think that's already what they're talking about with Wilson. I think Wilson's not going to I think Wilson's not like he's not like a 4-3 guy.
Right.
I think Olave might be like a 4-3-5, like a 4-4 guy. Where Wilson I think is more like a 4-5 probably guy.
What happens with the Alabama guys?
Yeah, because Williams isn't going to get to run.
Neither is Mechie.
Mechie either. Well, Mechie I don't think would have went. Like I think he's like a middle round guy.
Think so?
Williams I think
Jameson Williams has.
He still could be in the first round probably.
Yeah, I mean he has Pro Bowl potential. He has that explosiveness that you need.
Sure.
and then he got the injury. So I don't know. I wonder about the Alabama guys, the Ohio State guys. Love Treylon Burks, but can he run fast enough? I don't know.
So he said, I literally just read this on Twitter before I walked in this room. He claims he's going to run like 4.4, like worst. He claims he's a 4.3, 4.4 guy, and that no one knows it.
Well, he can claim that all he wants. I've seen him play. He's a very, very good receiver, but he looks like a tight end playing receiver. Like he's
big. He's physical.
He doesn't create that much separation, but he's great. So
someone I could see. I feel like Dotson's going to run a fucking crazy fast time. I could see him being a 4.3 guy.
Dotson's a guy who was spectacular, yet somehow still, I believe, underrated.
I think so too. I'll never forget that game 2 years ago. He just ate Shaun Wade alive.
And just never
alive.
I mean, what did he have at quarterback at Penn State? Nothing. So
not really. I'm definitely a Dotson guy. Whenever we played them, I was scared of him.
Dio, what's up, Dio?
Hey, first off, Dotson had Tracy McSorley, one of the best Penn State quarterbacks of all time. So come on, put some respect on Tracy's name.
How long?
Next thing I wanted to talk about. What?
No, keep going.
I want to talk about the Lakers, man. I think it's finally time for us to say the Lakers are not making playoffs, probably not going to make the playing game. How much of the blame do you put on LeBron on being the GM? Because out here in LA, every person I talk to is like, this is LeBron's fault. I might be the last defender.
Just like to point out, Trace McSorley's last year at Penn State, 2018. Dotson's first year, 2019. So he never at any point did he have Trace McSorley throwing the ball to him.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. I thought that when I looked at. All right, so I don't know. Like,
I think he's got to catch some blame. Like he wants.
Sure, he catches some blame. But can you blame? Who knew AD was just going to be a half the time player?
No, you can't blame. It's all his fault.
And when they had him together, they did win a title. And if AD could stay upright, who knows? Now, adding DeAndre Jordans of the world and the Westbrooks of the world, just your buddies that have been in the league 15 years that you want to hang out with, the Carmelos of the world, that's on LeBron. But that's also on the Lakers. Like, they let it happen. So, while I would give him some blame, I give the Lakers most of the blame. Plus, if you blame the guy, fine. The motherfucker's still averaging 29, 8, and 8. Like, how much blame can you give him?
No, and I understand. I'm not the guy in the city. I've been defending LeBron. I mean, I have a signed Nick Trinity LeBron jersey hanging up in my closet right now. Like, I'm a big LeBron guy. I'm just saying.
Did you really get Nick Trinity to sign that jersey?
I did. It's signed on the back. I tried to get you, but you took off, and I was like, damn, missed out.
Oh, sorry. Can I just talk to you? Did you had him sign it? Right?
Yeah.
That means you haven't washed it, right?
No, it is not washed.
He wore it 6 days in a row.
Yeah, and it's there, man. You don't wash a game-winning jersey. That's
game worn.
That's true. Okay, my bad, Dio. I apologize. Fuck.
Yeah, you're good, Brandon.
All right, thank you very much. I totally just I just snuck in like a thief and just got a jersey out of that situation. They were going to have me do it with Nick too, but I didn't have to do it. And Nick said, "Well, here's the other jersey. It's a Magic Johnson. It's a Mitchell and Ness Magic Johnson jersey. Oh, it's great. Love it."
You know, that was the best part of like my college football show stick was the jersey reveal.
Yeah. Got to expense a bunch of jerseys.
Picked up a John Ross. I picked up a J.J. Watt. I picked up a beautiful Mitchell and Ness Eddie George jersey.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We go down to who was it? I think Marcelo was next down in NOLA. What's up, Marcelo?
Hey, shout out Zoff for fixing the phones. Shout out Ev, best bet, hit again last night, Arizona. I was tailing it. Been tailing you ever since you've been releasing. You've been on fire. Appreciate you taking. And Brandon, you're great. I'm a Mississippi guy myself, so I appreciate you as well.
Thank you.
My question is, it's a gambling question, fairly new. Louisiana just went live about a month ago or so. Wondering what you guys do with your winnings. Like after a while, after you win, at one point do you treat yourself with your winnings, or like is there a certain threshold you try to reach, or is there something in mind that you're wanting to buy? What do you use your winnings with? Or because I've gotten to a point where I was doing pretty well, and then pretty much over this past weekend, kind of went down, but after last night, I'm bounced back, going 4-2. So I'm just wondering at what point do you just kind of wanted to step back away from it that responsibly? What do you do to treat yourself? And, I'm just kind of hear what both of you guys have to say.
Okay. How rare do you cash out?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
I'm sorry, I'm talking to Big F. Sorry. How rare do you cash out?
Lately a decent amount. Like I trim off the top. I just try to trim off the top and put it away.
Yeah. So I vary when I'm just on a day-to-day gambling basis, say I'm betting 100, 200 a game, something like that. Maybe my big Super Bowl bets would be 500 a game. When I'm doing that, it all just goes back into gambling usually. Sometimes I'll cash out. But when I hit these Barstool things that we get to participate in, that's what I'll cash out. Like I bought my wife a brand new couch and a bed based on the Brandon Walker $10,000 bet this year. Thank you guys for participating. But it's very, very rare for me. Thank you very much for the call.
Yeah, I kind of just have a number that I usually have around in play every night. And whenever like that, it goes just kind of just trim off the top, and just put a little away.
Yeah, like if I were to put $500 in the account to start it, 500 is now zero to me, right?
Yeah, I'm like kind of the same way. Like,
right, when it gets under 500, I start panicking.
Once it's in there, it's in there. Like once the money's in, but I guess I can't say because like I said, I'm trimming. But like obviously when I have big days, I'll take out like a lot.
Have you increased the size of your bets at all?
A lot.
Good.
A lot.
888-STOOL-22. We go to line 9, hanging on the longest. It is Gus in Virginia. He says he has some deep picks. He's going deep. The money's in the crumbs. I think that's what he's talking about. Go, Gus.
Hey, guys, big fans. Hey, first off, Big Ed, you can grab Radford at plus 700 right now, halftime, if you want.
They're getting fuck Radford. I saw that trap from a mile away, and I walked dead into it.
I did the same thing, man. I get it.
They had everyone was on them. They had no reason. That line flipping had no reason, and then NCAT, they're a phenomenal basketball team out of nowhere today, so God bless them.
Yeah, actually, careful about NCAT. Next game is against Longwood, the number 1 seed. They're the only team to beat Longwood this year, so they could easily make some noise in that game. But really my point of calling was question for you guys. Obviously, like teams like Oregon State last year that come out of nowhere with like huge plus figures to win these big conference tournaments. Do you have any flyers that you're, value hunting and taking?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm just like a few days away, like a week away from really. That's a great question. I got to find that team. I got to try to
say one right now, and I'm not trying to kiss ass to somebody who's in the room. But Rutgers is somebody who has shown the fact they can beat good teams. They've beaten good teams all year, and they can get hot. And they have like a couple of players that are next level. And not every team in the Big Ten has the high-end players, and they got a couple high-end players. I think Rutgers will be like your 7th or 8th favorite in the Big Ten. And if you're taking a long shot, I don't hate them at all.
I don't hate
They're
that
sitting
at all
six seed right now.
What is it, 6th seed? Zai, you okay?
He's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I like the way he answers the phone.
You got to spice it up a little bit.
It's fine. Hey, go ahead. Sorry.
On the other side, on the AC&C bracket, when it comes out, I would just take a good team on the other side of the bracket from Duke, and you can easily be at a situation to hedge out in the championship game.
You get that?
What?
Were you listening at all?
He said Duke. I know he said Duke and ACC. I was trying to look. I was trying to look and find like a team that sticks out to me a little bit that I think could make a run like that.
888-STOOL-22 if you want to call.
Honestly,
in.
I'll say because I said I like him today. I'll say LSU maybe.
Yeah, I
think it's sneaky. Like I think they're capable of making a run like that.
I don't want to do this, but my team ain't bad.
Mississippi State.
Yeah, they're not bad. If they were to beat Auburn tonight and like trigger some things, I don't think we're going to beat Auburn tonight. I think Auburn's going to beat us and cover easily. But if we did, I think we could trigger something a little bit because we went to overtime at Kentucky. We lost by 3 or 4 at Arkansas. Lost by 3 or 4 to everybody on the fucking. We lost every single close game this year. Lost to Alabama by 5. Lost to LSU by 2. Just on and on and on. But whatever. Being a homer real quick. We go next to the boy Mark in Philly. Go give it to me, Mark.
Sup, fellas? First of all, Shout out to all three of us. We all had Arizona last night. My lame ass fell asleep at halftime, woke up to an easy winner. It's a great feeling. But that was big game hunting last night. Tonight, I'm going dumpster diving. Our in the crumbs, but the money's in the dumpster tonight. I'm looking at over 136.5 in Hampton High Point in the Big South tournament. Hampton games have went over. High Point games have went over. Both matchups these teams had went over this year. Give me over 136.5. Everyone knows what happens when the Hampton Pirates and the High.
All right, thank you very much. You're cutting out, but we got the pick. Hampton High Point. By the way, Radford.
They're getting smoked.
What state are they in?
Virginia?
Yes. What's their mascot?
Is it something with a horse?
Is it a Highland? It's a Highlander? What?
It could be
Radford.
Are they the
Radford?
I feel like it might be alliteration. Like I think it might be.
I don't think it's a
RR.
Highlanders.
It is the Highlanders.
Okay.
All right, good. Who did he say? High Point and Hampton? Hampton's the Pirates.
It's over 136.5, I believe.
I think Hampton's the Pirates. I don't know what High Point is.
I actually have a friend that went to High Point for like a semester. And
it's in North Carolina, right?
He hated it.
Really?
He hated it.
It's a very ritzy school.
He's from my neck of the woods. He was not.
The blue collar guy?
He didn't fit in well there.
High Point's the Panthers.
High Point's the Panthers. TJ, could you make it to where you can tell me things that they can't hear? Wait, they didn't hear you say that? Oh, yeah, it was the Panthers. It was the Panthers. Okay, good. Yeah, there it is. TJ didn't tell me that. Line 7. That is Tony in Wisconsin has a Holy Trinity parlay. What does that mean?
Yep, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Like Ash Wednesday, so I figured we'd take 3 religious schools. So I got St. Joe's -1.5 against LaSalle, St. John's -1.5 against Xavier, and St. Mary's -6.5 against St. Francis. It's roughly 600 plus 600.
So a triple Saint parlay.
Yep.
Not a bad idea.
Honestly, I
figured, hey, Ash Wednesday.
I've been debating all morning if I had enough balls to put St. John's on my card today.
Are you worried that your last part of that parlay is also going up against a Saint?
I didn't realize that Xavier is also a religious school too. So I'm kind of, I might be canceling myself out, but I'm riding.
All right, because I could see you winning the first two, and that last one when it's Saint versus Saint, you just pick the wrong Saint, and then you're.
I feel like Saint versus Saint, you take the over.
Oh, let everybody score.
You're uplifting both ways. You're rooting for them both to score.
Thank you very much for the Holy Trinity parlay in Wisconsin, Tony. We go to line 4. Derek in Connecticut. What's up, Derek?
What's going on, guys? Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you.
I just wanted to touch on the Big Ten versus SEC conversation you were having.
Sure.
And I wanted to point out the biggest fraud in the Big Ten. It was on full display last night. Purdue is going nowhere fast.
I disagree wholeheartedly. They lost by 3 points on the road last night. Why do you say their bad defense was like they gave up 70 points last night, which is not great, but it's not terrible.
They gave up 70 points when Johnny Davis had an off night. Everyone before the game was saying that, this is a bounce-back game for Purdue. The only reason Wisconsin won on the road is because Johnny Davis went for a career high, 37 points. He's not going to do that again, blah, blah, blah. This Purdue defense stinks. They're 170th in opponents' points per game, 153rd in opponents' field goal percentage. And the one that's glaring to me that's going to cost them early in March, 219th in opponent field goal percentage. Just not going to fly in March. You're going to run into a 13 or 14 seed from small conference who shoots a high percentage from 3, and they're going to just squeak on by. Someone's going to upset them, and everyone's going to say, "Wow, I didn't see this coming." I want it on the record. Purdue is a fraud.
Okay, who's this? Derek in Connecticut is on the record. Purdue is a fraud. Derek, I am going to disagree with you. And you have provided numbers, and I'm going to have to just go counter to the numbers. The numbers are the numbers, so it's not like I can dispute them. But I even think what we saw last night makes me feel better about him for March because Jay Ivey's going to take over games. And if he has 10 more seconds last night, he's going to win that game. He did everything but win the game. He put the team on his back. A bank shot 3 beat him. But otherwise, I think somebody's going to have to account for him and Edey and is it Stefanovic? What's his name?
Stefanovic, yeah.
Stefanovic. Like, they're going to be hard to stop in March, too. And I think they're going to outscore teams. I'm going to, depending on their bracket, unless they get a matchup that I really hate, I think they're going to the Final Four. That's what I'm going to say.
Because it's
I mean, I could see that, but just speaking to the broader level of Big Ten versus SEC, you're looking at the Big Ten defenses. Wisconsin leads at 85th in opponents' points per game. Illinois is at 144, Ohio State at 146, Purdue at 170, Iowa at 228. That just doesn't translate to March. March, you need to be able to get a stop on the defensive end when you need it, and I'm just not seeing it from the Big Ten this year.
I feel that, but also, I mean, these teams can fucking score too. Like, every March tournament, I feel like is a little different. Every March tournament's a little different, and I feel like these teams are used to these up tempo and these tight games in the Big Ten. I think they're going to be fine.
Yeah, for me, it's just a preference thing for the SEC.
Yeah.
Give me LSU with that 21 ranked defense, Tennessee 28, Kentucky 81. I just think those defenses will travel a little bit better in hostile environments.
All right, thank you very much.
I hate to agree with him as a Big Ten guy. I think he's right mostly. I think he's right about the overall SEC versus Big Ten thing. I won't say Purdue is frauds, but I think I said at the top of the show that he said some things I agree with, where I just think that they are going to be very susceptible to bad matchups. I mean, we saw it last year. Like, North Texas played great defense, slow the game down, and they were able to beat them in like a low scoring, like rock fight type of game that Purdue wants no part of. Like, they want to get into just a scoring fest with you, but they just if their threes aren't falling, like, they're going to be in trouble. Like, they on some level live and die by the 3 because they don't play defense.
So what's this with Tiger? So Tiger Woods won what is this that Tiger won over Phil? Player impact?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is either.
People are freaking
Apparently, he won
out
$8
about
million.
But he won the player impact something over Phil, and Phil
was like counting that, like he.
Phil tweeted out, "I'd like to thank everybody for helping me win the PIP," and then Tiger, like, old takes exposed his ass and just tweeted out, "Whoops." So I don't want to seem ignorant, but what is the PIP?
I don't really know what it is. I feel like I've never. My dad follows golf for very closely. I've been around it. Like, I don't know
what you heard about me. But just can't get $1 out of me.
Awarded to the player each year with the most positive impact, big cash bonus attached.
That's weird.
It's $8 million. A huge bonus.
Why are we creating awards to give Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson more money?
They need it.
That's why in my head I was like the 2 richest guys are competing over this.
I mean, fuck. Why not give it to? Why not create one like some sort of who's the best guy, who gives the most to charity, No, let's give Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson more money. That doesn't make sense. 888 Stool 22, 888 Stool 22, line 5. That's where Garrett is in Houston. Go Garrett in Houston.
What's up, boys? Big fan of the show. I got 2 college basketball picks. I love LSU tonight. They're 5.5-point dogs after losing at LSU by 7. And Arkansas has been red hot, so that line just doesn't make sense to me. I also like Auburn to bounce back and cover at Mississippi State, and I'm laying the 4 there.
Yeah.
And then quick question. I'm also interested, how would y'all rank a top either 5 or 3 of which conference tournaments you are most excited for?
Yeah, I was actually going to have that conversation later too. Which conference tournaments excite you the most? I do think the SEC tournament is going to be a fucking war.
Big East.
Kentucky will probably win it because it just seems like it's designed for them to always win it. Big East, you like the Big East?
Big East is going to be awesome.
Big Ten, well, as well.
Big Ten will be very.
I mean, very ACC seems like it's going to be another Coach K retirement.
Oh, yeah.
Ceremony.
Sure.
So I'm not really interested in watching that. Big 12.
Big 12 when it gets to the top will be awesome. Honestly, another team that they're just because they're really hot right now that can make a run. It's probably obvious. They're just coming off 2 huge wins. Would have to be TCU.
Yeah.
They're playing great right now.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for that call. And then Frank, come here real quick. Oh, of course, Jerry's leeching off of it. Just have a seat. So you are you're headed down, huh?
I'm heading down to Major League Baseball headquarters to protest the biggest piece of shit that's in sports today. One, Rob Manfred. Rob Manfred laughs, baseball dies.
Yep, that stinks.
We want baseball, not Rob Manfred, of course.
Rob Manfred hates baseball.
Hates baseball.
Yep, and
save baseball, fire Manfred.
All right, there you go. So have you got a crew, or are you going by yourself?
We got a crew. I got a couple people going with me. I'm looking for. I think Nick's supposed to be coming to. Nick Festuli's supposed to be coming and documenting it, but
okay.
I had to go look at him, see if I can find him.
Are you prepared to be arrested?
I don't know if it's going to go that far, but.
No, I'm just asking. If it does go that far, are you prepared?
I'm here to make noise and let the Major League Baseball know that the fans are pissed.
All right. Okay. Well, Frank, I don't want to get in your way. I know you're leaving about 1 o'clock, or you're going to get there at 1 o'clock. So good luck, Godspeed, and hope it all works out.
Well, the best way this will work out is if there's a baseball season and Rob Manfred resigns as commissioner.
I'd like to, if there is a baseball season, I'm worried that we get a baseball season and then the Mets start 0-8, and it's the worst case scenario for you.
Well, that'll probably what happens, and there'll only be 8 games played.
All right, thank you, Frank.
This is for the greater good of the game.
It is.
Frank's doing the right
thing. I love you breaking out the camo jersey for this, too.
Yes.
No, that was the jacket's fucking fire.
I might be, I'm wearing a camo jersey, but I will be seen.
What's the hat?
It's a Brooklyn Cyclones Irish Heritage Night hat.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's a minor league affiliate that's a rookie ball affiliate or the A-ball affiliate of the Mets? Okay. Good luck, Frank.
Give him hell, Frank.
Go get him, buddy.
Baseball, brother. Fight for the game.
You got Doug's out there.
Honestly, he's not wrong. Like that, when Manfred came up and just grinned ear to ear the opening of I was pissed.
Oh, I was
like,
dick.
fuck this guy, man. This guy's such a prick.
Yeah.
And I was glad that one of the reporters pressed him about, because he keeps giving this message that he's like, oh, we did everything we could. The one reporter's like, you didn't reach out for 3 months.
Yeah.
Like, what do you, like, you're just, like, you saying you did everything you could, it's just, you just lied. That's a lie.
888-STOOL-22. We go down to Caden in Texas. What's up, Caden?
TCU.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Big Ev. Hope y'all are having a great day. I'm actually here in Fort Worth, Texas, coming off an amazing storm. Really the best kind of storm you could ever dream of. And I'm not talking about rainstorms. I'm talking about Roan, Caleb, Chef Donnie, and the Storm Chasers coming to Fort Worth. There's zero chance the TCU Horned Frogs walk out of Ed and Ray Scholmeyer Arena with a win last night if those guys are not in the building. Big shout out to TCU Barstool. Big shout out to Jeremiah Donati, the TCU athletic director, who did not fumble the bag like Arkansas did. I really thought it was awesome to see the reception of the Storm Chasers and how we just embraced it. It was really kind of funny to see those guys in the locker room after the game, and Arkansas wouldn't even let them in the building. So just really wanted to shout out Barstool, shout out to Storm Chasers. Can't thank those guys enough for coming to TCU, showing out, and really making what I've seen was the best environment at any TCU home sports event in the 15 years that I've been involved with TCU. So thanks so much to those guys for showing out.
Yeah, no, they what they do is really fucking special. Like they've tapped into something. It's fun. It's meant to be fun. Arkansas took it the other way because they're just a bunch of idiots. But TCU tapped into exactly what you should. It's fun. Sports are fun.
It's playful. Like it's
playful.
Not,
it's not.
It's not. We're not trying to go.
Not aggressive.
We're not trying to tear your arena
right.
apart.
Look at them. They're dancing with the players
and have fun.
They're dancing with the players.
Had the jackets on.
And they went to the locker room. TCU did exactly what you ought to do. TCU leaned into it. It's positive publicity because that's what it is. It's publicity. And Arkansas, they're fucking dumb. They're stupid down there. They're the dumbest fan base in America, and they tried to arrest the motherfuckers. Now, hopefully, where they go tonight, they get treated very well. I don't know where that is, but wherever it is, I hope it's God's country, and I hope they do the right thing. TJ, I have. Did you get the message I sent you?
Checking.
Hey, Tico, how you doing? I'm good. How are you?
What do you want me to do with this?
Good. I just want to put it on the screen. Oh, what's up, Tico?
Tico, Tom, Big Sean, you heard?
Hey, Brandon, one more thing, too.
Who the fuck is that? He's still there? Sorry.
Shout out Stooley's Clubhouse, bro. I know he got hired yesterday been following the Stoolies Clubhouse, been involved with the Stoolies Clubhouse since its inception. So shout out Neil, shout out the Stoolies Clubhouse, shout out the Pirate Ship. Thank you guys so much for taking my call.
Yeah, no joke. Thank you very much. That's a real deal call right there, because this Stooley Clubhouse is a guy that just started doing shit, started cutting videos, started cutting clips, started retweeting, started doing everything, started being active in the Barstool universe, just put himself in it and built a following, built everything, built it, and then he got hired at Barstool. Like, I got lucky to get my job at Barstool. You had your own story about getting hired at Barstool. This guy just put his boots on the fucking ground and said, he willed it into existence.
No,
that's fucking admirable as shit.
He did what like everyone asks, because I'm sure everyone who works here, no matter
all get DMs
anywhere. Everyone asks like, how do you get in? How do you get in? That's it. Because everyone, especially content side, which I don't think he's trying to do content, or at least I don't know him personally, but he just grinded on the clips. Like he basically turned. Were you here when Deke Zucker was?
Yeah, I was for the end of it.
He basically, in my opinion, he's become like a Deke Zucker 2.0, but like better.
Yeah,
because he's doing it with quotes, clips. Like he's helping other people promote their content.
He's hosting spaces.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Like legitimately doing a phenomenal job. He deserves.
I was on his podcast.
Were you?
Yes, sir.
Good for you. I didn't know he had a podcast. Oh, breaking news! Breaking news! The hair guy has weighed in. He has sent me a message. 12:28. Today is March 2nd. Your hair looks really good on Pick Central. Thank you.
Is that an Iowa? Is he an Iowa fan?
No, surely not. That's Purdue. That's a Boilermaker, isn't it?
Purdue. I saw the yellow. I couldn't decipher.
I guess that's a Boilermaker. I can't. I still.
It might be nothing.
I think that just might be a dude.
I just saw yellow black. I thought it was Iowa.
But yeah, so every day he DMs me and lets me know.
I have a guy that does something like this too.
I've had a good week.
He just sends me the word Viva every day, and I respond.
I've
had others that do that.
I actually have a guy on Fridays, like every Friday, is like, have an awesome weekend.
You know what?
And he always sends it to me at like the best time when I need it.
I used to do that to the music group Two Friends on Friday.
I don't really want to encourage this because you get some bad stuff, but I'm sure you do too. I get a lot of bad DMs. I get a lot of DMs saying I'm a redneck, I'm an asshole, my kid should die. I get a lot of that. But if you find a clever way, like I had one guy used to just DM me about every 2 or 3 days a random 80s or 90s football player. Like I would just be sitting there and I would look at my phone and it would say Ickey Woods and I would smile. And then I'd say, oh, fuck, Haywood Jeffries. Fuck, I remember him. And so there are fun, and this guy, that's clever. Tell me how my hair looks every day. Anyway, 888-STOOL-22, we move on. We go to line 6 where it's there's a UFC guy for you. It's Cal in Texas.
Let's go. Love it.
Ev, gentlemen, doing good.
Time. Hold on. Wait.
Freddie was gentleman.
So hold on. There's 2 people here. You went Ev and gentleman.
Well, TJ and Zah are here too.
They're over there. They're not here.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I love Dom, his favorite caller. He said that last time. But I have a proposal for you too, Brandon. That's good for you. So I hopefully get on your good side.
Okay.
I'm an adult. I'm 26. You get a lot of hate on Twitter. I don't tweet a lot, but I see, obviously I use Twitter. I hate reply guys and the negative shit you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So I'd like to offer my services. You pick one for the next Rough and Rowdy. I will beat the dog shit out of them for you. Okay?
The thing about reply guys, they're already hiding their identity by using a burner account. They're already cowards. They would never fight.
Okay, that's fair. But if you get one dumb enough to say yes and they're around 200 pounds, I will beat the dog shit out of them.
Well, I
appreciate that
Because I've always
offer.
wanted to do that.
I'm going to write his number down.
It goes for you too, Ev. I'm sure you. Right. Okay. Anyway.
All right, now talk to Ev about the UFC.
Yep. So they're kind of weird. Tager Ulabenkov. I don't know if you've seen this. He's fighting Tim Elliott.
Yep.
That's kind of a free win. I like Tim. He's a vet. I respect him. But speaking of getting the dog shit beat out of you, that's going to be him this weekend. So there's a lock. You parlay it with Spivak, Sergey Spivak. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yep, he's fighting Hardy.
He's going to beat. Exactly. And so you watch the first one, you see Tim lose, okay, whatever. But then you're about to go plus 105 on an easy 2-fighter parlay, and you're going to see Greg Hardy knocked out. So that's kind of a win-win. And I'm looking to add a third, but I'm sure you'll talk about it tomorrow on your show. Quick plug for you. But there's a lot of good fights on this card. It's risky to bet on, though, because it's going to be some good fights.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm excited. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock live, me and Robbie. We have Megan Levy on the show. Patty the Baddie is going to be on the show. It's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait. Every Thursday at 3 p.m. live here. It'll obviously be after. It'll be on all the Spinning Back with social channels. It'll be on Robbie's My Mom Basement's YouTube as well.
All right. Well, there's several new things. If you've paid attention to Barstool, you heard last week they were talking about getting rid of some things, but we also have a lot of new things here. Tonight on Sling, right behind me, I'll be at 6 o'clock, but on Sling at 7, the Bench Mob Boys will have their March Madness special, the first of 6, I believe. So they'll have an hour-long March Madness special, Jake, Rico, and Marty. And then I did not realize, so y'all are going live?
So just on Thursdays, we're going to be doing like a live at 3.
On YouTube?
In this room. It's going to be all the Spinning Back with social channels, and then on Robbie's My Mom's Basement YouTube. It'll be live from there, and then it'll be obviously available thereafter for up until. And then we'll be doing a Monday show also that won't be live, just like a podcast audio. Like
you got to be excited about this. A chance to talk UFC all the time.
I'm ecstatic. I've been just having somebody takes me and Robbie come in and basically shoot a podcast like with a camera in the office every Monday when we walk in. So we've been talking about doing something for a little bit. We actually have a guy here. Shout out Tom Meehan, who's going to be producing it. He used to work for the UFC. He used to do a lot of Dana's videos and stuff like that. So he was super passionate about it as well. So I'm really excited to get that started tomorrow. It's going to be awesome.
Well, congratulations. 888-STOOL-22. I can get one more call before we have to give our picks. Joe's been hanging on the longest. Joe in Michigan, what's up?
How we doing, boys? Thanks for letting me talk. I just had a question, I guess. When are we going to stop with the Tom Izzo March thing? I mean, Marcelli's here 0-1 now.
Can you back off your mic a little bit, bro?
So, what's up?
Could you back off your mic a little bit, just a tad bit? Just move your phone away a little bit.
Hello?
All right. So he was asking when we're going to stop the Tom Izzo.
I feel like people have definitely been questioning it.
Yeah, I feel like we've been talking about stopping it for a few years now.
I feel like a lot of people have
Yeah.
too. That's definitely been something that's been brought out in like media world for.
He's also clearly a Michigan fan because he brought up Martelli.
Yeah,
he's in Michigan right now. So it was.
Now they're all posting. I saw 100 tickets that posted last night. He had a great game last night.
So here's a rule: if you call in from a foreign country, I'm getting you in no matter what it does to our picks. Clay is in Germany. Hello, Clay.
No way.
Brandon Walker, it's a privilege.
Privilege to talk to you.
I'm here. I'm here to talk about Will Muschamp.
Can I ask you a question?
Does not get. Yes, sir.
Are you in Germany because you're in the military?
Air Force, yes, sir.
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate it.
Brandon, thank you, and Big F too for entertaining me for about a couple of years.
All right.
I do appreciate that. But Will Muschamp does not get the credit that he deserves. Brandon, I have a question. What did he do from 2000 to 2010, generally?
Well, he was a defensive coordinator that moved from
Correct.
spot to spot in the SEC.
Correct. And for the most part, after 2010, he went the head coach route. Did not work at all.
Right.
Probably one of the worst head coaches. But I will say he is the best defensive coordinator from 2000 that we have ever seen. Whether it was his run at LSU,
Yeah.
he went 11-2 at Auburn in 2006.
Right.
He went on a run 2008, 2009, Texas.
Yeah.
And now he's back at Georgia as the co-defensive coordinator. Every time he's the defense coordinator, he touches gold, and he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. So thank you for taking my call.
Well, I think there's a certain amount of guys like that. Like Charlie Strong, when he gets as an assistant coach, he is lights out and he recruits at a high level. Not a very good head coach.
But he was good at Louisville, though.
Gene Chizik, he's a joke as a head coach. I know he won a national title, but he's a joke. When he gets back a defensive coordinator, he's a good defensive coordinator. Derek Mason failed at Vanderbilt as a head coach, went and coordinated the hell out of Auburn's defense. And I think Muschamp is one of the prime guys that elite defensive coordinator, bad head coach, and that's okay. That happens. Like not everybody's going to be a great. Like Jeremy Pruitt failed at Tennessee spectacularly, but he can probably catch on as a defensive coordinator again somewhere. He's an idiot, but yeah, I would say Muschamp is his head coaching run was so bad that people judge him off of that when that's not really fair. He's an elite defensive coordinator. I agree with everything that Clay is saying. But again, if you fail at head coach, it's hard to ever overcome that, and he failed at 2 places. So I'll still never understand why South Carolina hired him to be the head coach when he failed at a place where it's hard to fail at. He failed at Florida. Yeah. Why do you hire him? Anyway, we got to go because we took too much time. Picks, Big Ev.
Okay, so my picks are I got Oklahoma State +4. I just think that line's a little short. Like Oklahoma State on the road at Iowa State. I like UConn -4 in the over. I'm just not a believer in Creighton. I'm on Maryland -5.5. I already touched on it. I really, really like LSU +5.5 at this spot. I think they can win outright. I'm on Auburn -3 and DePaul +2.
All right, you said DePaul like it was a drag queen. All right, I got I've added one, TJ, but my card that I gave you, I've got Pacers -1. I got the Heat +4.5 against the Bucks. The Heat are the number 1 seed. They're 9-1 in their last 10, and they're 4.5-point dogs. I know the Bucks are good, but I'm going Heat +4.5. I got Creighton +4, and then I'm adding LSU Arkansas under 141.5. LSU is a team. Again, whoever called in, like they're the 21st best defense in the country, and Arkansas coming off that emotional win. I'm not sure the offense is going to be there, so I'm going to go under 141.5 there. Those are my 4 picks, and yeah. The big news out of today's show, obviously, is the Mincy tour has been extended, thank God. He will get to stay in Louisiana for 4 or 5 more days and do 1 tweet a day, so that's going to be good for him. Congratulations to everybody who's enjoying the Mincy tour.
So the human race.
Congratulations to humans. You did it.
Blessed by Mincy's just blessed.
I know you've been through some things lately with the COVID and Ukraine, but thank God Mince is here to
that motherfucker's growing the game.
Growing the game.
Bringing the Barstool Sportsbook to the great state of Louisiana.
To the people. The Yak is up next. That is Pick Central.